Right now, Ottawa Mayor Mark Sutcliffe joins us in studio. Mayor Sutcliffe, I know this is a terribly difficult day for this city right now. What are you able to say to residents of the area to help them get through this and to help them understand what has gone on?
First and foremost, Michael, my thoughts and the thoughts of my family, and I think the thoughts and prayers of every resident of Ottawa are with the family and the neighbors and the community in Barrhaven and the Sri Lankan community in Ottawa who have been deeply affected by this. And we are there and will continue to be there to support everyone who's been affected by this. I'm thinking of the classmates of some of those children and other people from the community who were close to this family. This is an incredibly tragic event, and as a father, I'm thinking about the dad and husband who's in hospital right now and who has lost his entire family, and that's just absolutely devastating to think of. It's unimaginable. And so we will continue to support everybody who's been affected by this. And we need to remind ourselves and reassure ourselves that this is fortunately a very rare event in our city and in our country. And we live in a safe community. Barrhaven is an incredibly safe place to live. And these events are rare, but when they happen, they are tragic and they affect everyone.
For Canadians who may be watching this and don't know what Barrhaven is, right? It's about 20 minutes south of Ottawa. Paint a bit of a picture of this community and maybe how abnormal this is considering the size of the community and this city as well.
It's a wonderful community. Barrhaven is rapidly growing and thriving. It's the neighborhood that my wife grew up in and so many other people in Ottawa grew up in. And it's a warm and welcoming place. It's an incredibly diverse part of the city. It's very multicultural. There are many young families in Barrhaven, and there are many new arrivals to Canada that choose to live in Barrhaven. And it's a wonderfully tight-knit community, and it's a very peaceful part of the city as well. And so to wake up this morning to the news that there had been this incredible act of violence in Barrhaven, I think is shocking to the residents of that community and to every resident of Ottawa.
Earlier in the show, we were talking to police chief about it, and he said he was in contact with the Sri Lankan High Commission. What is the city doing as well in those connections and also with the community to really sort of try and figure out and paint the full picture and get the full scope of what happened here, especially with the connection within that community?
That's for the police to investigate. Obviously, they are gathering information, and this event is not even 24 hours old as we speak, so it's early in the investigation, but I think they've made a lot of progress already in piecing together the events leading up to what happened last night. They will continue to do their work and will continue to share information with the public as they did this afternoon at a news briefing at police headquarters. And again, our job, the rest of the community, I think our job is to pull together, support the surviving members of the family, support the neighbors and residents of Barrhaven, and support the Sri Lankan community as they grieve and as they experience terrible, terrible loss and sadness.
To that end, how does that happen? And I'm not at all accusing or asking you to take the role in this, but like what leadership role do you think that you can play in this to make sure that this community does come together and that people still feel secure in their homes if they're, thinking tonight going to bed in that community?
Yeah, I think, first of all, I hope everybody feels safe and secure. There is a suspect in custody. The police have reassured us that there's no ongoing threat to public safety, which I think is reassuring to residents. But, I go for a run early every morning, and as I run through the neighborhood where I live, I run past houses and people are just waking up, and maybe some people who worked late are still asleep. And you want everybody in your city to feel safe and secure while they're sleeping in their homes. And when they wake up in the morning, you don't want them to wake up to this kind of devastating news and feel threatened in any way. So I remind everyone that we do live in a safe city. This appears to have been an isolated incident, a senseless one, but an isolated one. And again, we have to pull together as a community and just be there to support each other and reach out to anybody who's affected by this. And if you need help, please reach out. Ottawa Public Health has been offering support and a phone number that people can call. There are resources available if you've been affected by this and you need support.
And make sure that you do reach out for that help because it is so important. A difficult day. Mayor Mark Sutcliffe, thank you so much for being with us here. We really appreciate this.
Thank you.